Clearly see that I went through three, how many? Three major phases of my business career. Number one, being broke and struggling. Not very fun. Number two, selling my first big business and becoming a millionaire. Much better. And number three, building the largest personal success training company in the world with revenues of over $500 million in sales. Of course, there were major differences in each of the phases, but there was one major difference that I would say created 80% of my success. And I'm going to get to that shortly. Now, as I've taught for many years, there are only three, how many? Three parts to every business. And what I believed when I was struggling was that each of these parts was equal in importance, and therefore I should give equal amounts of time and energy to each. Made sense, yes? But with that belief, I was constantly broke and struggling. I didn't understand what's called the 80-20 rule, where basically 80% of your success is determined by only 20% of your actions. Meaning that when it all comes down to it, hey, some things are just more important than other things, yes or yes. But again, I didn't know that at the time. Listen closely. There are three major parts to every business. Let's discuss them. There's product or production. There's operations and administration, including finance. And there's marketing, which includes sales. In short, again, there's the production side, the administration side, and the marketing side. There you go. And please, don't get me wrong. Everything is important. But when it comes to getting rich, what's the word? Rich. One of these elements is simply a lot more important than the others. So now that I've divided it up like this, can you guess which one it is? I think you know. It's marketing. It's marketing. Whether you realize it or not, whether you like it or not, it is marketing that will have the single biggest impact on your business and therefore your entire financial life. Why? Simple. Without marketing, you have no customers. Without customers, you have no money. So you can actually be fair in almost every other area. But if you are a strong marketer, let me say this again. Please listen to this, please. If you are a strong marketer, you will make a fortune. If you are a weak marketer, chances are you'll always be broke or close to it. Bottom line, when it comes to any business, I have never met a good marketer that wasn't financially successful. And conversely, I've never met a poor marketer that was. It took me 12 years and a whole lot of struggle to figure this out. But when I finally did, my income and my business skyrocketed. And that was the biggest difference for me. That was the key distinction. Now, some of you may be saying, okay, Harv, this is common sense. But as the saying goes, common sense is probably the least common thing on earth. True or true? Have you noticed that? Regardless, I have an agenda here, and that is to give you the simplest shortcut. What's the word? Shortcut. I know to success, and get you to truly understand that when it comes to business, there are a million moving parts. But when you boil it all down, it will be your knowledge and expertise in marketing that will determine whether you have massive success and get rich, or you have major struggle and you stay poor. And so what I am advising, suggesting, recommending, urging, take you by the throat and telling you is that I want you to focus most of your business time, money, and energy and learning into the area of marketing and sales. How much? A full 80%. 80% of your time, 80% of your money, 80% of your energy, 80% of your learning, all into marketing. And that, my friends, is definitely not common knowledge or common sense. It just works. And it is what works in the real world with real people and real money, okay? Now, here's one of the most important things I could ever teach you, or for some of you, remind you of. Question: where do you get all your money from? I'll ask it again. Where do you get all your money from? Think about this for a second, because it's not your business, or it's not your product, or it's not your job, or it's not the trees or the cows or the universe or even God. Where do you get all your money from? We're going to do a drum roll. Ready? Here we go. Other people. That's right. People, think about this. People are the only element on planet Earth, and that's where we are, that use a currency called money. So what's the word? Every dollar or cent or pound or peso or whatever money you get has to be given to you by who? Other people. Meaning that's where you have to put your attention, yes or yes or yes. On them, not you. On their needs, not your product. So yes, your product is important, but only in the way it relates to them, to them, to them, to them. And if your message doesn't do that, it's dead in the water. Does everyone understand? I sure hope so, because I just gave you one of the holy grails in creating wealth. It's about them, not about you. You have to get them to want to exchange their hard-earned money for whatever value you are providing. And to do that, you must, I repeat, you must communicate to them in a language that not only attracts them to your product or service or yourself, but makes them perceive that they have to have this, and they have to have it when? Thank you, now. If you have the ability to do that, my friends, you will be rich. Let me say that again. If you have the ability to do that, you will be rich. The problem is that this is a very, very, very rare skill. If it wasn't, everybody in business would be rich, yes or yes. But I don't have to tell you that they're not. Most people are broke or struggling or do mediocre compared to what they could do at best. And now you know why. Because as I've been trying to convince you, the key is not the product. The key is the marketing. I repeat, the marketing. The marketing. Did I say marketing? I thought I said marketing. Oh, maybe I said marketing. I think I said marketing. The marketing of the product. Let me show you.